Welcome! I'm Vivian from the ArcGIS Maps SDK team. In this video, I'll show you how to implement user authentication to access a secure ArcGIS service with OAuth credentials. OAuth is an industry-standard protocol for authorization used by ArcGIS. It defines how to obtain and manage credentials for web, desktop, and mobile applications. OAuth credentials are required to implement user authentication. I'm logged into my ArcGIS location platform account to create OAuth credentials. First, I create a new item, selecting developer credentials, and then OAuth credentials. I add a redirect URL, which is the URL that the application will direct users to after they successfully authenticate. I ensure the application environment is set to multiple and click Next. These next properties aren't required for user authentication. Now I just need a title to finish creating my OAuth credentials. Once the item page appears, I click the Manage button to reveal the redirect URL and client ID so I can copy and paste them later in my app. To create the application, I'm using the project and code solution from the Display a Map tutorial as a starting point. The solution displays a basic map and sets an initial viewpoint. The complete tutorial instructions and solution are available in the video description. For this app, an API key access token is not required, so I need to remove these lines from the Access Services OAuth app file. Now I'm ready to head over to the Content View Swift file to start coding. First, I add the world traffic layer to the map. The World Traffic Layer is a dynamic traffic map service hosted by Esri. You'll need an ArcGIS location platform or ArcGIS online account to access this service. I'm running the app to test the layer's access. Notice that the base map and traffic layer do not load. The World Traffic Layer is a premium service on ArcGIS Online that requires secure authentication to access. Both the base map and traffic layer require authentication. To allow access to the base map and traffic layer, I need to prompt the user to enter valid OAuth credentials. Fortunately, ArcGIS Toolkit has an Authenticator component that makes implementing user authentication simple. The Authenticator displays a user interface when network and ArcGIS authentication challenges occur. To use Toolkit components, I need to add ArcGIS Toolkit to my project. For details on how to add packages using the Swift Package Manager, see the links in the video description. Now that ArcGIS Toolkit has been added, I'll import it in the Content View Swift file. Next, I create an Authenticator variable with the state object property wrapper. I create the object with an OAuth user configuration object using the portal URL, client ID, and redirect URL values that I copied from my OAuth credentials I created earlier. Now, I add the Authenticator view modifier to the map view. To prompt a login request when the app loads, I add an onAppear modifier to the map view and set the Authenticator as ArcGIS and network challenge handlers to handle authentication challenges. Next, I need to sign out from the portal to ensure that the app prompts the user for credentials each time. First, I create a new function called Sign Out that uses the Authentication Manager to revoke OAuth tokens and clear credential stores. Then, I add the onDisappear modifier to the map view, reset the challenge handler, and call the Sign Out function. Now I'm ready to run the app and test the authentication. Notice that I am prompted to enter my ArcGIS developer credentials. Once they are authenticated successfully, the base map and traffic layer will appear. Thanks for joining me. The full tutorial is linked in the video description. To learn more about building mapping apps with Swift and ArcGIS, please visit the ArcGIS Maps SDK for Swift documentation. Thanks for watching.